getting ready to do a special dish that my mom taught me how to make, and I don't know what it's called. It's a rice casserole. And so you're gonna need your rice and your mushrooms, your mushroom soup, and cheese and onions. It's a very simple dish. And so we're gonna go ahead and get started. I've already put my water in the pot. So for each box of rice that you're gonna use, you're supposed to use 1 2/3 cups of water. So I've already done that. So I'm gonna use 3 boxes of this because this is for the family, and I want to make sure that we have enough. So I've already put 1 2/3 cups of water in here 3 times. I've already put my butter in here as well. So we're gonna go ahead and cut the stove on, and we're gonna get that going. And while that's going, I'm gonna go ahead and cut up my onions so that we can go ahead and saute the onion, saute the mushrooms.
She don't need right here. I'm out.
Okay, bye. We're gonna cut the onions up.
Like you a shell. Oh, Lord.
Do is I'm gonna open them up. So next you take your butter and a tablespoon of that, and we're gonna put it in our frying pan.
I ain't work for a second. Did y'all go away my stuff? Ready to make the sauce that good. It's a mess on this doggone plate, man.
Okay, you're gonna open up your mushrooms because you just want the mushrooms. You don't want the juice, so make sure you drain the juice off. Very quick rice casserole. I fix this every time we do something for the job. It's always requested that I fix this because it's very tasty and it's very quick to make. Okay, so while that's doing that, I'm gonna grab up all of my onions. Transfer them here to my pot. There's nothing like onions in a dish. Onion brings all the flavors you need. So what you're gonna do also, you're gonna go ahead and pour your mushrooms in there as well. And you monitor make sure that I'm using a what you call the pots that stuff don't stick to your non-stick skillet. So I don't really have to worry about that. But I think I probably will put another can of mushrooms in there. So all you're gonna do is just let that saute down. Huh? Now, so then you just pour this rice in there. Pour the seasoning in there. It does bother. Always clean up as you go. So when you get finished, you don't have a whole lot to do. Usually, only reason why I'm using 3 is because it's for our family. Otherwise, I probably just use there, and then I'm gonna cover that. And you never let the rice cook dry all the way out, because you got to put it in the casserole bowl, and it'll finish cooking in the casserole bowl. So you still have a little juice in your rice. Always turns out a winner every time I do it. I never go wrong. It looks like all of our onions are limp. They're cooked good, because look at that one. That one is nothing like a sauteed onion. I like sauteed onions on everything almost. Onions. Give me an onion and some hot sauce. I'm good to go. Alright, so I'm going to turn that off. Next thing you're going to do is you're going to take your can of mushroom soup. I like to mix mine up a little bit before I pour it in there. It loosen up your stuff. So what I'm gonna do is put that in there. Just gonna pour all that in there. Then you're gonna put a little bit of milk in. Almond milk. Put a little bit in there. And you cut the fire back on. Gonna make it like a soup. I might need to put a little bit more because it seems to be a little thick. And then with this recipe, you don't want to put you can put a little pepper, but I wouldn't put any salt because you got your mushrooms and you got the soup that has enough salt in it, so you don't want to make it salty. So I'm going to put a little bit more milk because I need a little bit more. It to be a little bit more loose. Stir it up. I'm going to put a little pepper in it. Bought this from Longhorn. This is gonna make the recipe taste good. So you gotta have enough to do your layers. You're gonna empty your rice, spread your rice, spread the seasoning, cheese. Put your rice, spread the cheese, the seasoning, the mixture, and cheese. That's all this is. And it is very good. And the last thing you're gonna put on top is the cheese. That's a good mixture. You got your mushrooms, your onions mixed in there. So we're gonna turn this off. After washing dishes and talking to my son and everything like that, we are ready for our next step. So you see how I got my rice? My rice is not cooked all the way down. You want it to be a little loose so that it can finish cooking in the pot. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start my layers. You know, the layer, make sure this ain't hot. So I'm gonna just do that. I'm gonna spread the rice all over the pan. I can put a little bit more there because it's a little weak. Put your layers in there. Put your layers and you spread it out. You spread it out. You spread it out. Put your layers. I put your layers and you spread it out. You put the layers and you spread it. I think that's enough. I'm only gonna have two. I think I'm only gonna do 2 layers of this because I want to be left with a bunch of rice and stuff like that. You know, stuff like that. Okay. Alright, so then you come over here and you take your mixture. And I just do it like that because we probably get low on mixture, so you don't need that. Spread that out. Spread your little soup. And spread it all over. Sharp in there too, because you know that sharp cheese, it gives it a good taste, you know, like that macaroni taste. So we're gonna put a little bit of that in there too. On that bottom, you know, just sprinkle a little bit in. We're gonna mix it in there. Okay, so you have a little bit. And I'm a pepper girl, so I put another layer. You know, I just like to see pepper on my stuff. You don't have to do this. But this is what I like to do. Alright, that's your first layer. Then you repeat it. You just start all over again. So that turned out good. That was perfect. So when you ought to do one of these pans, you're gonna need 3 pots of rice. Here we have the finished product about 30 minutes later. You can see, I think I let my stand a little bit longer than I normally do, but it's still good. The cheese is going to be crunchy. It's going to be a very, very good dish. So that concludes my tutorial on how to make mushroom wild rice casserole. Okay. Hey, if you have not subscribed to the Small Plus 4 fam, go ahead and click that button over there to your left, to your right. We would love to have you be a part of our family. We're going to be putting up very, very, very important and special videos for you. So go ahead, do it. Click it right now. So we hope that you have a very, very good holiday, and may God's blessings continue to overtake you. Happy Thanksgiving.